The Generally Trivial Podcast, current events, interesting facts. Yeah, it's crazy, but still so fun. Like Tinder dates when they all go wrong. And even pop-up Cheeto restaurants. Naked burglars, man, they so dumb. The Florida man, gotta watch them though. Incoming robot overloads. Can't forget about alien wormholes and eclipses with Sasquatch. So if you wanna get that odd news, I'm telling you, this the best spot. Yeah, the General.
Today is Friday, December 1st, 2017, and this is Generally Trivial, where we're going to take a walk on the lighter side of current events. I'm Jeff, one of the hosts here, and today with me I have Shawn.
Hey there.
And that's it. It's just us two today. Jordan is on assignment. I think we have him flying to a couple cities, checking on to see if there are any Star Wars tickets available. We want to see it in IMAX or something, maybe. He's just flying, and we don't actually know where he's going to end.
He's always flying.
All right, Shawn, we are entering a Christmas season, and we want to give a gift to a listener out there. And what we're going to do is, to a random listener who leaves a review between now and the end of the month, we are going to send them out, instead of stickers, we're going to actually send them out one of our t-shirts.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, again, you'll have to email us or call us or something and let us know you're the one that left the review. But if you guys do that, one of you will get a t-shirt in the mail. We'll let you pick size and color, and within so many colors, I don't know how many.
Right, we're not just going to pick one out of a box and throw it at you.
Yeah. There is no t-shirt cannon. So, you'll have that gift to look forward to, and of course, that'll go along great with the gift that we all have this year of getting Star Wars. Absolutely. Yeah. I've been watching all kinds of YouTube videos about spoiler ideas and theories of what's going to go on.
I don't watch any of that just to make sure that I'm 100% untainted when I go in.
Okay. But I just need to explain to you this one.
No.
Yeah. We'll go ahead into Did You Hear?
Hey!
Did you hear?
Did you hear about this one?
Did you hear?
Did you hear about this one?
So I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but it continues with a running theme we've had as of late.
Something Florida.
Not Florida, actually, but you'll remember the mystery runner who was pooping in people's yards and such.
Yeah, I remember her.
Well, apparently the craze is catching on. Because a delivery driver for Amazon actually got caught pooping in a man's driveway.
The mad pooper strikes back.
Yep. It's a copycat pooper, I believe. I don't think it's the same pooper.
Do we know it's not the same one?
I'm fairly certain. So Nimi Batista, he wasn't home on Tuesday, and he comes home and sees a pile of poop in his driveway.
Like you do.
Right. So he was curious at how it got there. Well, fortunately, Nimi has surveillance cameras on his property. So when he looked back at the tape, he checked it out, and what he saw was an Amazon driver get out of the truck, crouch down by the door on the passenger side, so where the camera could pretty clearly see him, and drop a deuce right there by his driveway. He called a local TV station and told them that he had called the driver's supervisor, and they came out to investigate and see what happened. This is the best line of this article, by the way. He said he was in shock when we saw the size of it. So apparently, Amazon driver had been holding it for a while. He said the supervisor ended up scooping it up in a plastic bag, but he didn't want to take it with him because it smelled really bad. So they threw it in his garbage can, and he said he also had to hose down his gutter and sidewalk area after the supervisor left to rid himself of the smell.
You know why she was able to get away with this?
Why is that?
Because by dropping a deuce, she dropped the only number 2 that's even and prime.
True.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
All right, Shawn. You and I both, I think, are of the same mind when it comes to having bionic limbs, in that we both think, at least I believe, that you think it would be pretty cool.
For certain. If necessary, or if you could do it, just like pay a ton and they would be functional. Yeah.
Sure. But this guy is using a bionic limb that is not actually in replacement of his original. So he gets to keep his real limbs. He still has all those features, with the only real drawback being possible pain, I guess, if something happens to it. But he can touch and feel and all that. And then also has bionic limbs on top of that. There's an Italian robotics company called Bionic, which sounds like something you'd get a pair of cheap headphones from.
True.
Or something like that. But they are making a significant leap forward in bionics by releasing a 3D printed and customizable bionic appendage consisting of 2 robotic hands. Now, you might think this is both sides, right? But no, one side, 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 forearms, 2 hands.
Interesting.
He's got 2 fingers kind of into the one, and then the bottom 2 fingers into the other hand. It's kind of an awkward looking picture.
Oh, I see. See, I was thinking more like a Dr. Octopus situation.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's really just from his hand and a little bit on his forearm. There's a strap there to kind of hold that in.
So he has 2 hands instead of 1.
He has 2 hands. Yeah, 2 hands are better than 1. It really flies in the face of a lot of old proverbs. Bird in the bush kind of thing.
Right.
I feel like you could take out both with that.
True.
But I think this opens up a lot of really cool things we could do. Like, imagine the UFC with fighters having...
You could play first and second player in a video game.
You could. If they were long enough, you might be able to play first and second base.
True.
It just makes things interesting, and the main thing that really interests me about it is that so often when we think about these limbs and these different bionic attachments that are being added to people, and most of the time it's in places where someone actually has a deficiency, they were born without a limb,
right.
They
lost a limb, right.
We only kind of look in a way that replicates what was originally there, where this kind of opens up the idea of changing what's there. I mean, these are still 2 hands,
right?
But it's 2 hands.
It's not 1.
Like, you lose your arm, now you've got 4.
You're Dr. Octopus,
right? Like, why?
They clearly stole it. Marvel should sue them for copyright infringement.
They should. Although I feel like Disney has their hands full with a lot of other things going on. Right?
Very, very true.
Although they probably have a pretty sweet legal department.
Yeah, I guarantee that.
But no, I just think it opens the idea for, like, what if you want to be the best rock climber of all time? Why wouldn't you go and, like, get a tail for balance?
Or with the multiple hands, you can grab more holds.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just think it's kind of interesting to see what is possible.
Yeah.
So, even though it looks a little bit ridiculous right now, maybe the next thing you get is, it doesn't even look like a hand. It looks like, an ankylosaurus tail, because...
Or like an octopus arm.
Yeah. All right, well, we are going to take a look at a new segment that we are tentatively calling Finish the Headline.
Sounds promising.
All right, this first headline, Shawn, is about Mike Hughes. He is a candidate for governor in California, and he is launching himself in a homemade rocket.
Ah, yes.
To prove what?
I actually know this one. I've seen this guy and his videos about his stunt. I refuse to call it research. He's trying to prove flat Earth theory.
Yes, he is. He believes the Earth is flat, and he thinks that by going a mile in the sky, that's enough to be able to tell that and get a good picture.
Yep.
His eventual goal is to go up to 5 miles, and forgetting the idea that planes can actually go higher than that. Apparently, he says he doesn't trust them.
Yeah, clearly. Why would you?
Richard Lucy, or Lucy, of Pennsylvania, was recently buried with what items because he wanted them in the afterlife?
Ooh, I haven't read this one. I'm gonna go with Legos.
No, I'll give you one more shot. Think of Pennsylvania.
Candy bars?
He was actually buried with multiple Philly cheesesteaks because he did not want to go hungry in the afterlife.
Hopefully no one has to dig him up later, because that's going to be awful.
Oh, man. 35-year-old Maksud Khan of India recently was thought to have food poisoning, but actually ended up with 263 of what removed from his stomach.
Oh, man, I saw this earlier, and I didn't read the article. I just saw a picture. It was some kind of metal, right?
It is metal.
Like forks and spoons and stuff?
No, but that sounds even better. This was just metal coins. It's
Coins.
a little more docile. And probably more believable than a fork.
Slightly.
I could see you maybe doing it as a child,
Yeah.
you know. Finally is on the island of Achill. I think it's Achill, off the coast of Ireland. What is it that recently appeared after having gone missing 12 years ago?
A leprechaun.
It's actually the Ashliam Bay Beach.
Oh, the beach?
Thing was swept away 12 years ago. The interesting thing as I was reading this article was that this is not actually an uncommon thing. It usually only takes 7 years. Apparently, this is a thing that happens.
It's cyclical.
And this time it took 12. Everything swept back.
So people were kind of worried.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought it was some kind of global warming deal or what, but the beach is back.
That's good.
I don't know for how long. I would not buy any property there.
Neither do they.
All right, that means it's time for
Quick Hits!
Car companies like Volvo are stepping out with a new subscription-based method of moving cars, allowing users to pay monthly and get newer models sooner and include maintenance. What's something you wish was subscription-based?
Oh, man. Everything I want to be subscription-based probably already is. I don't know, comic books would be kind of neat. You can just pay a subscription, like trade them out, like a library type of situation. But new comics, not old ones.
I want food. Now, granted,
You can't give that back.
you're listening, you're out there listening, and you're like, hey, there already is a subscription-based thing for food. You know, there's Blue Apron, and there's a couple others out there. But Blue Apron, they send you like 3 meals a week or 2 meals a week or something. I'm saying I want to pay, $400 and them deliver every meal, all of them.
I gotcha.
And send some of them to my work so I can get
Right, for lunch, breaks, whatever.
Yeah. Hunters in Siberia have more stress when it comes to lining up their next shot, as a bear attack recently resulted in the bear gaining control of a bag containing guns. What's your game plan for dealing with a gun-toting bear?
I don't have one. Throw a football at it? They're bad at that.
I'm just praying. That's all we do. Hopefully I can get a few more words out than, just, please help me, and then, shotgun from the bear. And it's in Siberia, but I assume they also have the right to bear arms. A new class at a Turkish college is preparing students for alien encounters.
Good. Finally.
Something you think is on the syllabus.
Healing yourself after an anal probe.
I'm thinking that they're going to do some sort of kind of night vision training. Because if they're as gray as everyone talks like that they are,
Yeah.
they're going to be kind of hard to see if you're being approached in the middle of the night.
True.
And you need to be able to pick them out so you can, pop them in the jaw. So I think it's some kind of vision enhancement there.
Infrared.
Yeah. A bazooka was recently found that was apparently used to fire marijuana over the border into the United States. What would you load your bazooka up with?
Mashed potatoes.
Fire up potato gun. I would just put a massive, and I mean massive, amount of confetti. Because one of my favorite times is the time you and I each had the little party favorites with confetti poppers. When we played, I believe it was our 500th game of Halo, Halo 3. And we just went nuts. And there was another guy in the room, Michael was in the room with us, and just completely was just scarred by it. The look on his face when we just shut up.
We did not tell him anything about it.
We just knew going into the night we had like 6 games to play and we wouldn't have played enough. And we just looked at each other and just exploded in celebration. The best part was the fact that we actually lost the match. I remember that we lost the match. So he was just completely dumbfounded staring at us. So I want to have some sort of minor life stat thing come up where it's just like, hey, surprise, and then just shock.
Bazooka full of confetti.
Yeah. It's like, hey, he hit that one basket while shooting hoops. Just in a warm, not even a game, just a warm
Just a warm up.
And then just All right, we know this was a quick episode. We wanted to get something out this week. Jordan being on assignment. Hopefully he will be back for the next one.
Way to go, Jordan.
Yeah, ruining it. But as you guys out there listening, like I said, we are more than happy to send a t-shirt out. And all you got to do is leave a review and let us know you're the one that left that review between now and the end of the year. And we're going to be happy to send that out along with the sticker. And anyone else who does the review will also be able to send you a sticker, but one of you will randomly get that. If you've already left a review, go ahead and give us a call at 415-PODLINE and just leave us a message for the show, and that will also go ahead and enter you in. But today, we were Shawn.
Do or do not. There is no try.
And I am Jeff, and we are out.